Hello, I hope you're well. It is I Lost Wolf. Um, we yesterday went through a whole bunch of moongates and we mapped them out mostly because that was kind of the one thing I wanted to get done yesterday. The one big thing I wanted to get done. There were the little missions that we went on, and we got most of those done, so I'm happy with that. The thing I want to do today is there's one more missing moongate that we haven't been through, and I want to just step through it. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to consult kind of with the map just to see if we've missed out on a moongate, because I believe that we've gotten every single moongate that we can get now. There may be moongates that we can't get to because they're out of the way, uh, but we will have to get a ship. So today might be the day. Remember that whole deal I was talking about where you have to stand in the peninsula? Today might be the day where we just do that. We might just hang out there and not do much of anything. I think that the fastest way to do that, we'll have to test whether or not this is the case. But we may just have to hit pass a lot, and that might eat through our food supply, which I'm a little worried about, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, I'm going to get the game up and going, and then we're going to start playing some more Ultima 4. The other thing that does worry me is that we haven't really seen a dungeon. To be fair, I haven't been good about exploring every inch of the map, and maybe that's just a thing that we need to start doing, is we need to start at a corner and start walking our way around the map and just seeing what we can see, because we haven't seen like a dungeon entrance at all, and that does scare me a little bit. So maybe that's the other thing we need to do for ourselves today. Anyway, I'm going to do some housekeeping and I'm going to get going here. So give me a second while I do said housekeeping. Housekeeping. Okay. I can close all this. Oh, I never locked up behind me yesterday. That was silly. I'm surprised my channel's still here. Okay, let me... I don't think I need to close this. That's a terrible idea. Let's change scenes and get going. Oh, hang on. Whoa, buddy. Okay. So, yesterday we came back here, and I don't remember what the plan was in coming back here. Anyway, we need to go down to Trinsic, and the easiest way that we know to get to Trinsic is either we can just walk south, which is completely doable, or we can... I'm gonna just walk us south. It's much faster than hanging around and waiting for the moongates. Or we could have gotten a moongate up to you, and then from you we could have gone to... But look, here's... We'll just keep going down south. We're, I think, just eventually going to run into Trinsic. Oh god. This should be Trinsic here. I'm so confused. Oh wait, maybe it's not. What? I need to be a little bit careful. I could have sworn... Oh well. This guy's scary. Hang on. I'm a little confused. I could have sworn that if you just walked due south of where we were, you would just end up at... Oh, I'm an idiot. Never mind. It's not actually just due south. There are other little bits and pieces that you need to do too. Do I need to be behind this mountain? I need to be around the mountain. Like, there's a couple of ways around it. But I think that the easiest way around it is just to be here. Oh. These guys will steal my gold, and that's not fun. Oh boy. Are you serious? This is a lot of fireballs. We're throwing away a lot of money. Oh, am I out of fireballs? Really? That can't be right. No, I'm not. Oh, I guess that I can't if they're right on top of me. Okay, well, we learned an important thing about the combat engine. It just won't let you cast a spell if someone is smacking you in the face. So, like, here, yeah, I physically cannot actually cast a spell. Okay, that's good to know. That's actually very annoying, but it's good to know. I can't understand how we didn't run into that after playing this game for 24 hours. Good gravy. This guy better die soon. That's a little better. Can we get... Oh. That's a little bit silly. I wonder why it worked there, but it hasn't worked. Maybe because that guy throws things? I don't know what the rules are. It just seemed like for a while there I couldn't actually attack with magic. So if we just go south here, and I follow this curve of this here, we end up, there's Trinsic, and then below Trinsic there's a moongate here, and, well, here. And this is kind of where I want to be. This moongate is at 5, so it's fairly far along. We are looking for the last moongate in the sequence. I don't think it's going to take us anywhere new, but that's okay. I just want to map out where we've seen moongates and where they lead. So if we've got that, then I think that we've maybe got most of the moongates. When I say most, I think we've actually got all of them. And that's a major step forward, because that means that once we get gate travel, which we need Nightshade for, I think. Nightshade? Or... I mean, I don't want to consult with a spell table right now. That would be a very terrible idea. So this is a place we haven't... I mean, we've been here before. This looks like Castle Britannia. Yeah. Cast. Okay. So now, I'm going to bring up this map so you can see it. Because we need to figure out together. Oh. I keep forgetting exactly where on my list of scenes the map scene is. I want to capture paint on it, which for whatever reason is just not. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay. I understand. I'm an idiot. Never mind, it's fixed now. And now we will never have this problem again, where when I switch to paint.net, I'll have to find it again. So, okay, we're in paint.net. And the reason we're in paint.net specifically is because, well, it's easiest just to show you here. If we look at these things, there's these little round moons, and this tells you when the moon gate opens. Now, I haven't consulted this at all, so we've been fairly honest about playing the game as it was in 1985 or 6. But what I want to do now is I want to see if I can spot all of the moon gates and see if we have all of them, because that's sort of important. And I guess the way we need to do it is we just need to start in the upper left-hand corner of the map and kind of ride our way from left to right. So we knew about this. This is the Justice Shrine. So far, there's the Monarch Moongate. We know about that one. Okay. How do I go down? Oh, I gotta be so careful about going down. Good lord. Here. This feels okay. This is a shrine we're aware of. We just haven't visited it because they told us that there's a shrine on a lake. But this thing over here might be woods or something. I don't know what that is. But we need to go and actually visit that at some point. Because it's like on the mainland and it's not like it's difficult to get to. Is there just a puddle of sick in the middle? Oh my god, that's so treacherous. Look at this garbage. That is, yes, there's just like, for no apparent reason, a puddle of sick in the middle of the map. Great, cool, thanks, Lord British. What's that all about? So there's the U Moongate, and we do know about that. There's Empath Abbey. I'll scroll to about Empath Abbey and then go right. Yeah, there's the puddle of sick. There's the shrine. Oh, we can't get there. We need a boat to get there. Okay, cool. There's nothing here, but I see a dungeon entrance. That's interesting. How do I know it's a dungeon entrance? Because in previous Ultimas, like Ultima 3 and 4, when the upgrade patch has done its job, it leaves you with doors like this, and the doors like this are just, those are dungeon entrances. I have a feeling, and it's a very terrible feeling, that worries me a lot, that the reason we haven't seen dungeon entrances is because they're all on tiny islands. Oh, are you serious? How do you get there? How do you get into... Maybe you blink, maybe you stand here and you blink. We haven't actually tested blink. But there's the third Ankh, the one that we're supposed to eventually talk to. Okay, so there's the Castle Britannia Moongate. And we've known about that for a long time. Oh, check it out, there's just a shrine over there in the middle of nowhere. We never actually went in here to test this, but that's interesting that there's a shrine there. Okay, this looks like the Veiled Isle. And so I think we're just gonna see, yeah, there's Lyceum. I think, friends, that this may be the stream where we actually have to wait for a boat. That's going to be very tedious. Oh my god. There's the Scar of Bray, Moongate. Sure. I should be making markers to let me know that I've seen all of these. But I'm not going to bother yet. We'll maybe think about it when I'm doing something like another map and spreadsheet stream. There's the Moongate for Moonglow. So here, these are parts of the map. There's Magentia. These down here, down south. This is just parts of the map that we've never really been to. We've been to some of this, but we haven't been to all of it. Like, one of the things over here is there's the Cape of Heroes. And we know that on one of the islands, there's going to be stuff that we can dig up. Now, it's gross that they put puddles of sick everywhere here, but cool, they did. I'm just going super slowly so that we don't miss a Moongate by accident. It also doesn't help, like not at all. This part here that we're about to see is a very massive spoiler, but the game has sort of warned us about this and told us that it exists, so it's not too much of a spoiler. There's Trinsic and Trinsic's attendant Moongate. I have a feeling that today we're waiting for a boat. That's not what I signed up for, but okay. Here's this big island that we don't know about yet. Isn't there supposed to be... Oh, sorry, I lie. This is just the south, like, bit of the continent. We're not far enough down to see the funny island. Oh no. I don't know what that is. We won't look at it because that's, like, it's already kind of spoilery, so this here isn't too surprising. We got told about this. This is the island on which I think the game is going to end. We can see here that there's a shrine, and we'll have to eventually get there. But anyway, we get there is with a boat. So here's this island that I was talking about. This is like entirely spoil island because I haven't looked down here with a map and with you seeing it. So I've known about this part of the world, but we've never been here because we need a boat. There's Jalam, and we know just south of Jalam over here, it's hiding behind everything. There's a Moongate. I really should put the Jalam marker somewhere else, so it's clear that there's a Moongate there. Here's a look at that island. Now I suspect that the lady and lord that we're looking for the armor are here in this castle, because that's the only other like castle I can see. Oh god, that looks frightening. Oh hey, is this a Moongate? Are you serious? Oh no, it's not a Moongate. Okay, it's something else entirely. Oh, you know what that is? I bet you anything. That's... So every Ultima up until this one has had like a method of flight. Okay, we've got all of the Moongates. That's good to know. So every Ultima's had a method of flight, and I think that's the method of flight. I'm afraid, and I'm sorry to say this, today's going to be the boringest stream ever. We were going to do more moongate hunting, but now what we actually have to do is we have to make our way to Moonglow, and we just have to wait for a boat. And that could take hours, because, like I said, the game spawns things. But before we go to Moonglow, before we try and go to Moonglow, there is a test I need to do about how the game deals with like folks on the map. I guess kind of the good news here. Okay, test complete. So every time I press space, the game passes. And every time the game passes, these guys move. So that's horrible, because what that actually means is we just need to sit at the tip of Moonglow, and we have to pass a lot. And there's a good chance that we'll run out of food, which I think kills the player. I'm not sure in this game. We've never had a food out situation. Oh, are you serious? Oh, and they robbed me blind too at 5,700. And then this guy stopped along and stole some of our ill-gotten gains. Die! Can I fire on him? Yeah, okay, cool. Give me that. Let me actually rest, please. Am I gonna get it? Yes, okay. So what do we need to do? We're at Castle Britannia. I think that the jump is from you. Oh no, there isn't a direct jump from... Sure, there isn't a direct jump from here. Is there a jump from Geelong? I think there is. Yes, there's a jump from Geelong. So, okay, we need to go from you to Geelong. And then Geelong will take us to Moonglow. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Okay, so we're waiting for the Moongate. Were we supposed to go through the first Moongate here? Yes, we were. Oh, boo. Here's some tarnation. Maybe I can sleep. Maybe it'll let me do that. I don't think so. I don't think it'll heal me either. And I'm worried that that thief is still going to be there staring at us when we wake up. Yeah, no. No effect, because that guy's just hanging out, waiting. This is on through 2. It's coming up. So here we go at 1-1. And at 2, the first time we see the gate, we need to run. There we go. And we need to get off of this one. And I think that this is very soon after. 1, 2. Oh, I missed the gate because I'm an idiot. I was in a menu. You know what? We could probably sleep. Because we're in a new area, nothing's probably spawned in. We should do that every time. Ah, sad. We should do that every time we hop through a moon gate. Just kip. So this is the middle moongate. There we go. Okay, this should be Jalam, which is correct. And then from Jalam, it's not too far after this one. There's we probably just missed it actually. Yeah, we probably just missed it. So we're gonna wait a cycle, and then from there we can go to Moonglow. So this is, I want to say it's the last one. Yes. One, two, three. Oh, we nearly missed the Moonglow connection. Okay, so let's just go due south, due north. So the way this works, and it's like the worst thing that you could ever do, because it's just, you end up waiting forever. We have to wait for the game to spawn on a boat. And thank God we're not playing the Commodore 64 version of the game, because it would punish us for taking our time. So we just need to stand here now on a rest. And this is now the stream. We're just waiting for a boat. I think this is the spot to wait. I don't know. Oh no. No. Well, that's a little frustrating because I think this is the correct spot to wait. I don't know. Maybe there's a better spot. But anyway, we just... Who's you? Oh, it's because we're standing in poison. Sure. Maybe there is a better spot to wait. Maybe it's just here. And then, or is there a better spot even? I think that the best spot is actually here. Now we just pass the terminal on. I actually strongly regret that we didn't... Oh, we killed one of them. That's pretty bad. I strongly regret that when we did see the actual the boat all those moons ago, we didn't just take the boat, because it was like, we're never going to survive. It's going to be scary. And so my take on it was, we'll just ignore the boat. So, here we are, this is what we're doing. Like, the thing that I could probably do, if I wanted to, is I could probably spawn in a boat. Like, that would work. But what I would do is, we would just do what we did in Quest Glory 2. Which is to say, we ran out of knives, and it just gave us knives. And if this goes more than like a stream, that's probably what I will do, because it's not what I would call riveting gameplay. This is just, it's me pressing spacebar, that's the stream now. In fact, can I just... No, I can't. Oh, maybe I can. Hold on. We'll test that in a second. Is there a second guy? Because it seems like there's cross-purpose shooting here. The other thing is that I don't think actually that dragons, which is what this is, we need to heal. Dragons are, oh god, waterbound creatures. And also, this is just a waste of time. We don't get money for doing this. Oh, okay, I can just, you could put a book down. There we go. Except now I've passed 1,000,000 times. And we might die. Oh, thank god, I got control again. Okay, so we can't just put a book down. Learning. How does that work? I have to actually... let's try and sleep. I have to actually press every time. I wonder how much patience I have for this. Like, if I were doing this alone, I probably would have already spawned in a bush. It wouldn't have taken very long. I would have been like, you know, my limited amount of time is worth only so much. Oh, this guy's gonna kill me. And I would have just made the boat happen. I'll tell you what. Let's give it until the break. If we don't see a boat by the break, we'll do something about it. That seems fair. It's 20 minutes. It's not the entire stream. The problem is that spawning in a boat is a little bit problematic. Because just spawning in the boat also means that you're messing with the creature count. Wait, I need this guy to come down to me. I don't quite know how to make that happen. Come here. Oh my god. Yeah. I won't even mess with it, we'll just blow you away with a fireball. There's a boat. Oh my god. It didn't even take that long. I don't want the boat to die. That's the problem. Because we could be waiting for hours for a boat. Okay, good. It landed by the here. So, alright, boat combat. We're gonna save the second we get this boat. Okay, so now we got a boat. I think I enter the boat? No, I don't. How do I use the boat? Oh no. A key combination I've not used before. Board. B. So, the ship has 50 HP, are you serious? Where do we need to go first? Let's think about this for a second. You know where we need to go? Actually, I think we need to be like a little cheaty and we need to go get the air balloon. So, we're not supposed to know that the air balloon is down there. Do I play it like that? I don't think I should. I don't think I should. So, we know from our explorations that due south of us, of the Cape of Heroes, I should say. Oh god. Now we have to fight with the sea. Okay. Cool. I want to test this thing very quickly, so I'm going to save like here, and I'm going to fire. Okay, so bridges don't actually die. The cannon fire. Okay. That's, I guess, good to know. You know what would be faster, actually? Well, no, it wouldn't. I lie. Oh, God. Don't get near me. I'm so terrified of them getting near me because the way the ship combat works in this is really awkward. So I'm going to explain in a second, just as soon as I have this guy not chasing me. Okay, so the ship combat's very awkward. In the real world, what you do is you just aim at the direction that you're going in and you go, right? For the ship combat, you need to be on the broad side of the thing. So see how I'm parked and pointing to the left? I can shoot below me and above me. So if I go fire, I'm going to now shoot upward and I can shoot downward, but I can't shoot behind me and I can't shoot in front of me. So things have to be on my broad side in order to fire. It is so unbelievably cumbersome. I think this is the coast of, yeah, this is the Lyceum. Alright, so we want to go left. Oh my god. I wish you could repair this boat, but you can't. I don't even know if this is going to lead somewhere. Okay, good. Where are we? I just need a marker. So I don't know where we are. Hang on. Let me just figure it out. I think we're at Castle. Yes, we are. Okay, so if we go north of Castle Britain here, I don't want this guy there. I don't want him to close with us because then we're in ship-to-person combat. And the problem with ship-to-person combat is that the minute you engage in ship-to-person combat, can we not go through there? Are you serious? How do you ford these rivers then? What? Okay, so we can't go into the one thing I did want to do is I wanted to go into the rivers, but you can't. Because there are spots where it does make sense to go into the river. Okay, hold on, let me get back into the open sea. Jesus, the wind. How is it that this is such a constant problem in this game? This is an island. There's nothing for us on this island though. We want to get further down south. There's a couple islands here. What? What is this? Excuse you? How do I board? How do I exit the craft? I guess it's just X. Let's Q so we don't lose our boat. What is this? Oh, this is a pause. Okay. Look, we're not doing a wait for the boat stream anymore. We're now just asking questions of people in pause. Okay, pause. Let's make a new sheet. And let's grab our name, question, and answer thing. Sure. So there is a connection in pause that we have to actually figure out when we find it. There's actually a couple of these. Where's pause? Pause. We need to find Baron in pause because Baron knows where the Sacred Rune of Humility is. Ask Baron in pause. So he knows where the rune is. And we need to find that. And then there's another thing I think in pause. Yes. We need to ask Zircon what the word is to get into the Abyss. And then we can close off those two things. And I think that is it for pause. Yes. Okay. So, hold on. The other thing I need to do super very quickly while I'm thinking about it is I need to go and edit the map. Because I did not know this was here. Like, in all of my time looking at this map, I didn't realize that there was a little island. Where is this island though? Oh, hang on. I've seen a symbol like that before somewhere else. Wait a second. I'll show you what I'm looking at in a minute. I just want to see if I can find the other one. Oh no, are you serious? We could have come here all the time. Okay, let me show you what happened. So I'm gonna swap over very quickly to the map scene. Okay, so pause on this version of the map is, where's the little island? It's here. Okay, we could have come here all the time because this is on the mainland. Pause has got these sweet little houses. And remember how I said I went out of my way to say I wonder what those three red things are? Should have zoomed in. This is just pause. And pause is actually on the mainland. We didn't actually need the boat to get to pause at all. We could have come here anytime at all. Because look, it's just you go south from here and then you go east and look, there's pause. But there's another thing like this. Like it's here, there's a little island here. And that is legitimately a thing that you need a boat for. But there's also another place like that that we could have just gotten to all the time over here. This was the one that I pointed out. I was like, I wonder what that is. It's very red. Odd. And so there were cities that we could have just gone to all the time. And the reason I say that is because if we just... it would have been like a bit of a walk. But if we'd circled around Lake Lock over here, and we'd come up to here, and we'd have gone underneath this little passage there, and we just walked, because it's literally just a walk from that point to here. Because this is hills, this isn't mountains. And we could have just, you know, tracked down south. And plop, we would have been there. But anyway, we're in pause now, and that's what matters. I guess. Okay. So, let's talk to these people. You meet a very big god. Your interest. Name. His name is Walmore. We don't recognize Walmore. He's not a guy that we need to know about. Let me just see, we're looking for Zerkon. Sorry, Zer. Oh, you know what I need to do? Have I got this the wrong way around? Oh no, I do. I totally have this the wrong way around. I should ask. We should do, it should be, where's Zer? Where's my notes about Zer? So I've got the order of this, like, entirely wrong. Yeah, it should be Wood and Zer. Oh. I shouldn't actually do that. That's a little dumb. It should be Zer and then Word. Okay, so this guy is more. Who's the other guy we're looking for? We're looking for Baron. So this is not the guy that we're looking for. So his name is Walmore. Let's make a note of him. Walmore. What's your job? I'm the chief guards of the village of Paws. Job. Okay, and your health. Excellent. So tell me about being the chief. That he cannot help me with. Tell me about being a guard. Paws is a great village and we keep it safe. Paws is a great village and we keep it safe. Dost thou mean to cause trouble? Mean to cause trouble? No, we're not here to cause trouble. No. Good. I think if you'd said yes, he would have attacked you and then that would be you. So let's ask about Paws. He can't help me with that. Safe? No. Trouble. Okay. No. Trouble. Pirates come from an isle to the east. So I guess what that sets us up to do is it sets us up to go to the east and see if we can find this isle. And I think that the isle will likely have Buccaneer's Den. Pirates. And isle. Okay. So we know now that there are pirates and they're going to be to our east. So this person. You meet a singing bard. What's your name? They are Little John. Ah. This is a reference to Robin Hood, I think. And your job. It's funny that they spelled it Jon. Because in most literature that I've encountered it's John. But maybe it's not that specific guy. I sing a Britannia. Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. What's your health like? Quite well indeed. Okay, so he sings a Britannia, so we need to ask him, I guess, sing. Sing? That I cannot help you with in Britannia. Britannia is a land so fair, to other lands I would not dare. To other lands I would not dare. I hear that thou art from another world. This is not really a question, but oh, he is raising it as a question. We need to answer this truthfully, so the answer is yes. You say, what is it? He says, what is it called? We said yes. He asked, what is it called? And our answer is Earth. I hope thou may return. I hope someday thou may return. Wow. I hope someday thou may return. Okay. Well, I mean, it'd be cool, but if we don't, we don't. That's fine. I think that's about it. Land. And a world. Okay. Well, I guess we should ask about return, but I don't think that's going to have any kind of merit. I tried to go south and immediately was blocked because I'm an idiot because I didn't get out of the talk setup. You meet a hooded ranger. What is your name? He says Ironbound. Ah, this is one of the people that we wanted to see. So, your job? I travel the land. And your health? I am well. Tell me about the land. Britannia. This is just a barren statement all by itself, and I was going to ask us a question. Dum. Yes. Yes. I really want to say yes, but we're a magician, so I think that the answer is actually no. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're intelligent. It means that we're good at casting spells. But I guess that the inference is that if you have a high intelligence, you must not be dumb? I don't know. So, I guess we have to say no. No. We shall see. Okay. So, he had stuff for us. So if we talk to Baron about the rune, he says, and now we can actually add this in. He says, search the hills in the southeast corner of town. Search the hills in the southeast corner of town. Okay, so we've been told something like this before in the distant past. And it didn't work. So I'm prepared for it not to work again. But we'll try that once we've talked to everyone. So we'll talk to everyone. And then we'll try just looking around town and seeing if we can find it. I'm going to go on a 10-minute break. I'll be right back. And then when we come back, more of this. I'll see you shortly. Okay, I am back. So, we got this piece of information from this guy. Search the hills of the southeast corner of town. And we're going to do that, but we're going to do that once we're done talking to him about, everything else he wants to talk to us about. Although I don't really think that he has anything else to say. So, sure, this is. And we can say bye. Let's carry on walking around. I'm pretty sure that there's going to be. Oh, interesting. Talk. Give me the meek shepherd, he says. I am wheat penner. Tell me your name, Wheatpen. You're just Wheatpen. Okay. I just sit here. And your health? Fine. That's odd. He's going to ask us a question. That's the first time I think we've had a question come out of asking health. Art thou looking for something? Art thou looking for something? We're looking for a lot of somethings, so the answer to this is yes. What? I don't know. We said yes. He said what? We're looking for information on the virtues, I guess. Virtue. That I can help you with. And, the other thing is the principles? No. Tell me about the rune. Oh, okay, well, I don't think we should have asked him about that, because I think that was what he was asking about. He said what? And we should have asked him about the rune. Around there in the nook of the mountains. Oh, sorry. So, this, I guess, is telling us that somewhere near here there's some mountains, and the mountains have a thing that we need to search for. Tell me about the mountains. Oh, he can't help me with that. In the nook? He can't help me with that either. So I think that this is a connection issue. We need to make a new row here. We found a guy in pause. His name is Wheatpen. Wheatpen told us, we asked about rune. And Wheatpen told us that the rune is in around there in the nook of the mountains. And we don't know where exactly that is. So, nook of mountain. I'm just gonna put a question mark here by all of this. And I'm gonna append a note. This is perhaps a location we should search. Okay, so let's get out of here. I think that's what we came here for. Is there any... I wonder... I don't think we can go... Like, if we go south of him, I think we leave. So I don't think there's anything there for us. Let's go here. Oh, that's pretty interesting, because this is just out as well. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, I also think that I see our first transport shop. Market. Talk. She says, I am damsel. That's... Wow. Sometimes the naming in this game, that's a little on the nose. Are you in distress? I bet your job is going to be I'm in distress. Name? Job. Oh, I'm here to buy food. Job. I am here to buy food. And your health? A bit hungry. Tell me about buy and food. Yes, I hear they have the best rations here. I wonder what that means. I hear they have best rations here. Tell me about rations. Rations are used in dungeons. Rations are used in dungeons. I should have put that over here. This is just... We asked about rations. So she's going to ask a question, I guess? Last time traveled on the depths. We haven't yet. We're going to say no because that's truthful. We haven't been into the depths yet. And this game will punish you for being dishonest. But the thing is that I can't tell whether it can readily read my character and say, hey, I mean, I guess it must be able to because there's got to be markers for, oh, you've picked up things in dungeons like the runes. So if it asks a question like this, it would probably go into the code, see if you've collected a rune, and then know if you'd answered correctly, truthfully, yes or no. So we have not actually been into depth. The rune that we got, we tripped over. Like literally, it was lying on it, almost lying on the ground. So I think that we do need to answer this correctly or truthfully, and answer is no. Probably a wimp. Oh, wow. You said no. Probably a wimp. Would you believe, damsel, that we have not come across a dungeon yet in the 24 hours that we've been playing this game? So that is why we've never been into the dungeon. Okay, let's see what the rations cost here. So let's just set up a store situation. Empath Abbey didn't have a store, right? It did not. Okay. Magencia did, if I recall rightly. No, it didn't actually. Oh yes, that's right. Everything's dead in Magencia. Okay, so let's grab. Hold on. Do I need to be at D? I do. Okay. Oh no. You can't see it, but I'm making a disaster here. Pause. So this is a rations shop. The proprietor is Max. They are not blind. And they've got rations, so it's just rations. Now the last time we saw rations anyway, they cost 25 for 25. So I'm not gonna be too alarmed when this is about the same price. But we will want to track. We're gonna want to track if this is cheaper or more expensive. So, sure, give me a ration. Yes. Oh, okay. So it is slightly different. We have the best adventure rations, 25 for 30 GB. That's a little expensive. How many packs of 25 would you like? So he has 25 rations for 30 GP. So that is a little bit more expensive. Because the last time it was 1-to-1, it was 25 for 25. So this is more expensive. I think that the place where we saw rations was at Moongate. So let's just change the color of this, because this is an evil color and we should never buy from them. Where's red? Red. Perfect. Okay. Let's continue asking people about things. I would like none. Goodbye, come again. Sure. So we came up here and we didn't see anything there, so let's go here. You meet a small girl. Name. She says, I'm Pix. At your job. What's the job? It's work. I'm glad you don't have to do it yet. And your health. Good, thanks. Good. Fine. And I guess they're going to ask us a question. D. We're going to say that we're in the middle of our age, people. But I don't think this game is going to be as smart as to figure out the steps between, you know, bad and okay and good. So we're just going to respond good. Good. Oh, yes or no. I should note down this is the first yes or no question we've gotten. I guess I'm passing this incorrectly. She's saying good, thanks, and D. And then we're going to say yes, I am also good, or no, I'm not good. So we're going to say yes. Good. He said yes. She said good. Okay. I don't suppose that we can do anything more with this conversation, so I'm just going to bail on it. I'm going to assume that all the guards have the same canned response. This is why I say that I think that these are all horses over here. And this might be the first transport store that we have open. Welcome, friend. Can I interest thee in horses? Sure. Tell me about horses. This guy did not have a name. Yes, okay. So this guy did not have a name. So this is the horse stall. And he had stock. And it was cost. So he has horses, and they cost 100 GP. The thing is, I don't know if you can take the horse on a boat. I guess we'll have to do science about that, but we don't have to do it now. None right now. Okay, cool. No. A shame. That looks like they could use a good horse. I also don't know, I guess we'll have to do some science, whether or not it's worth having horses from the perspective of... So, when you're in terrain like this, the game slows you down. I don't know if it will make that terrain a little bit faster. Because that would be like almost the only reason to buy a horse. Okay. Bye. We've talked to this person. This is just Pix, right? Yes. Bye. Okay, let's go north and see what's going on here. Oh, hi. You meet a young mage. Name? He says, I am Jingles. That's a very cat name. Like you'd name your cat Jingles. So it's mom and dad looked around and they saw the first thing that their eyes landed on. They're like, it's our cat. Our cat's name is Jingles. We'll name our kid Jingles too. Tell me about your job. I seek the wisdom of magic. Sure. Okay, what's your health? Fine. So there's a couple of things happening in there. What's wisdom? You can't help us with that. Tell me about magic. My master knows the gate trouble spell. Oh, that's actually good. Because, so, we have a bunch of spells, but we don't know the ingredients for gate travel, and we don't know the ingredients for turn undead. And those are the two unknowns that we still have. So if we can pull this in, that would be great. I'm gonna bet you anything that he's gonna tell me to go somewhere else. Okay, so let me go back to... Pause. We might have to make a connection here. So, tell me about your master. My master is Mentorian. My master is Mentorian. Dost thou know him? We do not, I don't think. Let me just check. We've seen a guy called Mentor, I believe. But I don't think we've seen a guy called Mentorian. And the problem is that... Here we go. Here's 100% some of the problem. Oh, wait a second. Did I not pull this in? Oh, it did. Okay. Here's some of the problem, right? When we were making notes in Moonglow, we didn't do very good notes. So some of the problem here is that Mentorian could have been in Moonglow, they could have been in Castle Britain, they could have been in Britain, and we just wouldn't know it because my notes for those three places are consequentially terrible. So I'm gonna check everywhere else though, so let's just have a look before we answer incorrectly. But I don't believe we've seen a guy called Mentorian. I do think that we've seen a guy called Mentor, but I don't think we've seen a guy called Mentorian. Okay. It's also, like, entirely possible that we passed by Mentorian, but Mentorian didn't have anything to say. And when Mentorian didn't have anything to say, we were just like, I'm deleting that from the spreadsheet. And so we would not know. But at the moment, I am headed in the direction of saying that we do not know a person called Mentorian. Yeah, we don't know a guy called Mentorian. So the answer is no. So we answered no. He said he lives in a hidden village in Loch Lake. Reachable only by ship. Ask of the gate spell. Well, this is a problem because when we tried to, because one of the things I actually did do was I tried to travel us up into Loch Lake, but I don't know if we have a lowlander situation again, but the issue with trying to get there is that there's a bridge in the way, and the bridge we couldn't get under it and we couldn't blow it away, so we couldn't actually get into Loch Lake, because that was one of the first things I wanted to try and do. So I think that there's a trick to getting into that area, and maybe that's just a thing that we need to pursue. But I'm going to make a note very quickly that we got a connection here, because Jingles knows about his mentor. He is in pause. We asked him about his master, and he told us his master is Mentorian, and his master is in Loch Lake. So we need to go to Loch Lake, and we need to find Mentorian. His name is also incredibly on the nose, like just ding, your name is Mentor, you teach things. And we need to ask him of the gate spell. And we don't know what he's going to say, that's cool. I'm going to make a note here that this area, Loch Lake, can only be accessed by ship. So there's something going on there that we don't know about. So I'm going to ask him about the gate travel spell, even though he's not going to tell us about it. Gate. And let's ask him about Mentorian. No, okay. Ledge. Lock. Ship. Okay, ask of the gate spell. Maybe gate? Okay, no. Sure. That was kind of helpful, Jingles. Thank you so much. Okay. This is the tavern. You meet a tall burly man. He says, I am Sven. Hello, Sven. Tell me about your name. Your job? I am a lumberjack, yeah. I am a lumberjack. Yeah. We'll ask you about that in a second. Health, fine, thanks. Tell me about being a lumberjack. Okay, so he says, with my axe, I can chop down quick. Yeah, okay. So tell me about your axe. It's a big axe, yeah? So now he's going to ask us a question. Yeah, a lumberjack. Yeah, lumberjack. Not actually, so we're gonna say no. We said no. No. Hold up those arms, yeah. So I think people who know this game are probably screaming in the background going, you should have said yes. Because to the best of my knowledge, and unfortunately this has been spoiled for me, it's been spoiled just through time and tide, right? There's a lot of things, like I said, when we started talking about this game, there's a lot of discourse about this game. Like, so much so that it's impossible, like, if you're around in the 80s and 90s, it's impossible to have gone through that period of time, having played computer games of some persuasion, maybe not console games, but computer games in particular, and not have heard, at least of specifically Ultima 4. And so one of the things that I'm somewhat aware of is that there are axes in this specific game that we can get and use, and I think that they're just like throwing axes. And I think that this guy is supposed to set you up to know about them. but I'm like not at all sure. Like I could be very, very wrong. Okay, so I don't think that there's anything else we need to ask him about here. Yeah. I mean, I guess we can ask about Chop. And I guess we can ask about Quick and Arms. And I suppose that's like the only things that are things in those sentences that would prompt responses. Okay, tell me about this guy. You made a short gesture. Assembly, as in assembler or assembly. Okay. Your job. I am here to serve thee. And your health. Jolly good. Okay, so he said that he is here to serve us. Serve. Well, I can dance and sing. Well, I can dance and sing, he says. Now he's going to ask us a question. I guess he's going to ask which one we want. Does that interest you? I guess it kind of does. Sure, go for it. Yes. We said yes. Good. Oh, I thought they were going to interrupt the game to do like what Quest for Glory did, which was a song and dance number. He said good. Okay, sure. Tell me about dance. Dance and sing. Tell me about sing. Oh, I would have thought that you went and dance for it. I'm ascribing maybe a little bit too much to this game's animation department. So, one of the things that happened in the gaming press, not around this time, but maybe a little bit after this time, in 1985, 1986, it's still, I mean, we're looking at this in, I think, fake VGA. I don't know if this is actually the VGA set of tiles. But in 1986, for a game to look like this is modestly good. Because, especially on a PC, because at this point in time, there's a couple of video cards for the PC. I really need to do we need to do like a little PowerPoint slideshow where I explain exactly what the context for video games was like in 1980. From like 1980 to 1995. Because that's the era these games struck in. And the thing about that era is that the graphics were drawn by people who didn't really have a handle on drawing for a computer yet. It wasn't a skill that anyone needed, so the artists who were working in the field were very good, but because of things like the limited palettes, because of things like the limited number of pixels, they were forever frustrated by what they could and couldn't do with the medium. And so what that often meant was that the games, especially the RPGs, just looked low-key in general. Like, this game doesn't look like much to look at if you look at any other game in surrounding other kinds of genre. Platformer, action game, even adventure games. They probably looked a lot better than this game ever could. But the thing is that this game does a lot of behind-the-scenes nonsense that sucks up the memory that you need for displaying screen things. So there's this tug of war, especially in RPGs, between making them look good and making them be simulations, especially in this era. And usually in this era specifically, the urge to simulate would often win over or win out over making them look good. So, me expecting him to dance is a little much to ask of this specific game. Bye. He says, I am Sal. New job. I'm the barmaid. I serve ale. Tell me about your health. Stronger every day. Okay, so I think we actually need to ask about that barmaid that I cannot help you with. Ale. We have the finest brew in Britannia. Okay. So, tell me about the brew. We serve only folly on tap. Okay, hang on. I need to check the spreadsheet because I think that there was a reference to folly somewhere. But I think it was in reference to F-O-L-L-Y, not F-O-L-L-E-Y. Folly. Oh, there we go, okay. So, Trendrick said, Swindrick and Trinsic. Those two rhyme, I'm so sorry. He said, ask at the Folly Tavern, and it's spelled F-O-L-L-E-Y, of Mandrake. So we need to ask one of these three people about Mandrake. We can't ask the people behind the bar. But this is where we need to ask about. Because I mistook, and it's an honest mistake, anyone can make it. I mistook Folly for a bar name. And it's not really. He's saying they serve the drink Folly, and when we find that particular bar, we need to ask about Mandrake. So we need to ask all these people about Mandrake. Okay, cool. So she's probably going to ask us if we want some. Dost thou favor Folly? So this is a trick question. If you've never seen the word spelt out F-O-L-L-E-Y, you might go, she's referring to the beer, I guess, but maybe she's referring to like the folly of man, you know. And the question now is, when you listen to what she's saying, she's asking, are you okay with folly? Folly being, you know, doing something silly. And I guess the answer is here that we have to say yes because we're talking about the beer, not the idea. So I guess we're going to say yes. We said yes. I mean, we've never tasted it, so sure. A great mug, if I may say so. There's a lot here going on. Alright, so let's start talking about folly. And mug. Okay, cool. We will make a point of, I'm gonna get through all the questions with all the people here. And then because these people are all situated in a bar, we'll come back around and we'll ask each one of them in turn about Nightshade. Okay. You meet a man of many years. What's his name? Zay, there we go. there's the other guy we need to talk to about the runes specifically. He says, I am Zer the Wise. What is your job? I have been near the Codex. Can you help? Well, tell me about the Codex. Oh, I shouldn't be doing this. Hang on. I'm making a mistake here. Tell me about the Codex. Its secrets are boundless. Sure, what's your question? Seen it? No. The Codex is probably very near the end of the game. And as I've mentioned before, I don't think this game has a post-game. So once we've seen the Codex, that's the beginning of the end game for us. So we have not seen the Codex. Seek it. Okay. So there Zay knows the word, I believe, that gets us into the abyss. Yes, we need to ask about the word. Okay, so, word. A 3-part key and a word of passage. A 3-part key and a word of passage are needed to enter the corridor. To enter the chamber. Ask my brother. Beyond Lock Lake, other word. We're gonna have to solve this problem of how to get into Lock Lake at some point. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. Tell me about secrets. You can't tell me about that. Tell me about the key. We've asked about word because that was what we came here for. And in fact, what we need to do is we need to do this connections here. Sure. So he didn't actually give us the word of passage, and I was worried about that. So I just made a separate whole entry for word of passage in case we didn't get it. And I was right to do that because we still don't know the word of passage. We need to go and find his brother. So I'm talking about in the connection spreadsheet. Sorry, I'll show you that later. So we asked about key. We're not going to ask about word. Maybe passage. No. Chamber? No. So we've asked him about... I want to ask him about his brother. I wish he would tell me what his name is. But okay. Lock Lake? No. Okay, sure. Let's say bye. Alright, so it's... Folly. Where's Folly? Okay, so we need to ask about Mandrake. Sorry, it's not Nitrate, it's Mandrake. So let's just ask every person here about Mandrake. No. Bye. No. And where's there? Bye. Really? Hang on a second. Greg and Rob says, welcome to the Folly Tavern. What'll it be, food or ale? Food? Our specialty is Folly Fillet, which costs 2 GB. How many plates would you like? No, I wouldn't like any, that's fine. See you, mate. Let's try and talk to this guy. Are they ever going to come out of there? I've never seen... Oh, they are moving. Just sporadically. Oh, okay. No. Well, weird. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong there. But so far we haven't managed to get anything out of people who are in buildings. You meet a tall muscular knight. Okay. So we still can't close off that issue of Folly. What's your name? There's a hobby. And your job? I said, what? Okay. Tell me what you help. Tired and hungry, but always faithful. Lord? Not British. Okay. Bye. You meet a wise lady. Oh, here we go, Lady Tessa. Sure, we need to ask Lady Tessa. This is the thing that we need to do. She's got... Or she might know. I shouldn't say that she's got, because she probably doesn't. They probably passed through her hands and ended up somewhere else. She's got either the mystic armor or the mystic weapon. One of the two. And so we need to ask her about that. So this is Lady Tessa. What is your name? She's Lady Tessa. What is your job? I'm the keeper. How's your health? Well, tell me about your job as the keeper. I cannot say. So, where... Ah yes, the mystic weapons and armor, my greatest work. This was from Zircon and Monarch, and Lady Tessa has either the mystic weapons or the armor. So I'm just going to read the whole sentence. Ah yes, the mystic weapons and armor, my greatest work. Those I gave unto Sir Simon and Lady Tessa. So we haven't found, I believe, Sir Simon or Lady Tessa. So we're just going to ask about both of these. So, Mystic. Oh, they're just called Mystics here as well? Wow, they're the same thing as Ultima 3. Cool, okay, good to know. Mystics. Well, I guess, yeah, Mystics, sure. Mystic can be found by an 8-part sabotage, so the whole thing is we need to be the person who becomes the Avatar. She's going to ask us now if we are the Avatar, and the answer is probably no. Mystics can be found by 8 Avatar. Hast thou attained enlightenment in all 8 virtues? Hast thou attained enlightenment in all 8 virtues? We're going to have to say no, because that's the truth. We have not. No. Alas. So I think Sir Simon is going to say much the same thing. I just want to pull this in at Lady Tessa. Lady Tessa happens to be in pause, which is sort of a surprise. I didn't think that we'd find her here. I thought that she was, honest to God, going to be on that little island in the middle of nowhere. But okay, so we need to come here. We must return to Lady Tessa once we are a fledged. Well, not a full-fledged avatar, but just an avatar. Because there's other steps along the way that we have to do once we are an avatar. Okay, so there's stuff here, and virtues, principles. Okay, enlightenment. Okay, so there's just nothing we can do here until we've got that piece of information. This might be Sir Simon. You meet a wise lord. Name. Oh, yes, okay. Sir Simon. His name is Sir Simon. His job is the keeper. Of what? I'm almost certain he's going to say something to the effect of I cannot say. Yeah, what I cannot say. Okay, so let's ask him about mystics. And he's going to say the same thing. Yeah. Oh. We're gonna have to say no. Oh, oh my god. I was freaking my spreadsheet out. We're going to say no. Yeah, okay, sure. So I'm gonna copy this across the connection spreadsheet, and then we're gonna end for the day because this is about where we are. Oh. There we go. He is also in pause. Okay, that's pretty good. Fine. Fine. Plus another. Nothing. We're good. A. Oh, sorry. B. None. No. Let's get out of here. And save. Alright. Let me show you the spreadsheet. So kind of what happened in the spreadsheet is we filled in the connections section of the spreadsheet, we filled in Sir Simon and Lady Tessa because we didn't know about this before. The other thing that we also filled in was where did we... There was another thing that I had to fill in. Oh, I don't... It was also in pause. Oh, yeah, it was this thing over here, which we couldn't actually do. There's pause. Because we couldn't figure it out. Yeah. Pause. There. Because we asked him about this and he was like, oh no, you've got to actually go to Lock Lake and like figure it out there. So we've also filled in a whole bunch of stuff here in obviously pause. We got all this information and we got food and we learned this is just super expensive and we learned about horses at last. I'm not too interested in the idea of horses. Like the pace at which we're moving is fine. It doesn't bother me so much, so it's okay. I do want to test though if having horses makes some of the terrain a little faster to walk through. And I do know that you can outrun people with horses on flat land. So maybe we might need to consider that, but I haven't really thought about it too much. But that's it. We're done for today. Alright, let me get us out of here. Let's save again and bail it there, and then go here. I will attempt to see you tomorrow again at about this time. It's going to be about this time because I've realized that one of the things that I need to do at the time where I go live is I need to feed the cat. So this time, a little bit late, not too late, is about right. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much. I hope that you're enjoying Ultima 4. I'm enjoying it. It's very laid back. It's probably like we've played a lot of games across the last 5 years where there's been some stress or other in the game, and this one just doesn't feel like it has that much stress. There's some mild issues with the way you have to keep going back to places for reagents. But that's like, apart from the way the world levels up around you, almost the only external stress that the game has. So, it's pretty good. I like it a lot. It's very low-key. I wish subsequent Ultimas had been like this, but they didn't make another one like this ever again. So, there you go. We're getting an Ultima 4 holiday, where at the end of King's Quest we got... What I really kind of would have liked is if Ultima 9 had been an Ultima 9 holiday, because it would send the series off in a nice, gentle way. King's Quest has another game that we need to play, but I'm not ready to play it yet, so there you go. Alright, I'll see you all tomorrow. Please be safe, have a wonderful evening. I'll see you all soon. Good night for now, folks.